What is up, everybody? Tuboverse TV here today. So apparently, all Marvel Marts have been given a notice to put this sign up to send attention customers. These in-demand items are not sold in store. The PS5 with the Xbox Series X and S. Check Walmart.com for app for availability. So not they are not selling these items in the store anymore. I don't know because recently I just did a story recently about how the Walmart employees tried to buy up all the PS5 stock. So maybe they don't want any type of bad press like that again, or people waiting up or lined up outside their stores during this pandemic. They probably don't want any of that bad press. So they say, hey, just buy these systems online. We know this is a hot item. If we have it in stock, it's gonna be online only. So yeah, definitely interesting. They are not selling these in store anymore, which is like I don't know why they just can't have like a happy medium where you order online and just pick it up at the store. Just do a store pickup and just make it that it's the happy medium where both parties are happy. Walmart is happy because they're getting a sale. Then the customer's happy because they don't have to wait for it to be shipped to their house or shipped to their apartment. They can just pick it up in the store from the online order they made. So it's just an easy transaction like that. That'll probably be the easiest method because it's kind of like, especially all these different things that's been happening with these packages being not being delivered. People have had their PS5 stolen from delivery drivers. So there's a lot of craziness with this PS5 situation. So we're gonna read some of the responses to this thread. The customers can't read, so that is a waste of paper. Yo, I know that y'all got some back there. No, they're online only. Y'all just want to keep them for yourselves. I wish that were the case. You know this is all your fault personally, right? You don't sell them in store. Why do you put up a sign then? Points at sign, which is eye level with the customer. F you, I want to speak to your manager. 5 minutes later, yeah, this employee lied to me about the consoles being sold in store. It's online only, so they didn't tell me that. Customers, what does not sold in stores mean? These responses are pretty funny. Give them hope and say, you just missed the last one, or they'll usually unload the truck around 1 2 a.m. Come back then. Just let them know that the next truck with PS5's Xbox Series X comes in December 32nd, which is a non existent date, February 30th. Posted at my store as well. Well, I was so glad when my SM handed me these yesterday. Hope it stays like this for a good while. I'm pretty sure these electronics associates are getting calls nonstop about these PS5s and Xbox Series X's to have them in stock. So hopefully this will kind of relieve some of that, so people don't have to get these calls all day. You don't have to constantly be asked those questions about the people who walk into the store to the electronics section. So I know when I worked in retail, the hot item then was like these Apple AirPods. We had no AirPods, so we would get we was out of stock of AirPods, so we would get calls all day. People would walk in constantly ask us, "Do we have the AirPods?" Even when our system said, because our system would not be accurate a lot of the time. Sometimes we'll say we have like a few in stock, and we actually don't. So we would get calls nonstop. People walking in nonstop about these AirPods. So I kind of know what they feel like, but it's probably amplified by like times 10 because of the PS5. So it probably sucks for these employees right now. They are in English and Spanish in my store on both the PS5 and Xbox Series X lockups. Not every store is equipped or staffed with the appropriate crowd control for this. Nor is every customer base going to be a dose about it. I find some fault in Sony for this. Maybe it's just the demand love for PlayStation is that much more, but in my store, our sales are slowly pretty even for both. Something about that massive PS5 is making people insane. It's making people insane, okay. It's like a company-wide guideline on how to handle new stock was needed. Literally, my old store figured it out quickly. Let a line form before open them. Open then around 30 40 minutes before open. Hand out tickets while saying stand in a single file line of electronics. Those who secured a ticket could stand or go to their car while those who didn't just left. When doors open, we all walked calmly in a single file line or running, and we got all our systems and left. Was fair to those who had waited while also not causing a Black Friday like stampede. That is what we did. Sony has hyped it up as the console of the decade. Improved hardware, new proprietary technology, exclusive games. The way I keep hearing it, it's supposed to be the fastest loading times of any system, including PC, because of the proprietary tech. It is supposed to do 4K and 8K. Okay, this is all the features. Okay, we get it now. So they really hyped it up. That sign won't stop me because I can't read. Oh, hi, you work at my store too? It's every store. The stores in my market we are selling in store for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Wait, the stores in my market were all selling in store for the last 2 to 3 weeks. Just got word it would be sold online this morning. Okay, so some stores have been selling it in the store, but the rest of them are just going to switch over to online only to avoid this, I guess, headache for employees. Walmart is only going to make this worse. The reason they aren't any to be sold is due to online only. Wait, why any sold is due to online only? All this is doing is feeding them to scalpers and their bot army. Online only again is only going to make it worse, and the demand for them is that much greater. So, yeah, way to go, Walmart. Help the scalpers gain more stock in the consoles. Always a great idea. So either way, somebody is not going to win in this scenario. If you do it in store only, the employees are gonna suffer because they got to deal with people asking about do they have this in stock because it's like the hot item that's like I don't know if this is just past hot item. This was like people are going insane for these PS5, so it's kind of like the employees suffer if you do it in store only. If you do it online only, the actual gamers suffer because they can't buy it because the scalpers will buy it. So it sucks either way. At this point, I don't care if people get these lumps of silicon and plastic. I had people borderline stalking my associates for weeks to the point where they know not only truck arrival times, but all of my associates by name and not in a friendly way. That is weird and creepy. Jeez. One of them way crossed the line and had a list of what he thought the more helpful associate schedules were. That is weird. That is some creepy stuff right there. If any non-Walmart lurkers are reading this and we're wondering why some of us seem to be huge assholes regarding the consoles, this is why. These $500 toys are putting my friends and coworkers' lives in danger. Better than having 30 people line up outside and then sprint to electronics every morning. What? This guy said at his store, they got people waiting outside every morning and then sprint to electronics. That is crazy. I can't imagine myself doing that. That is insane. Maybe your management needs to think just a little to make it where people don't sprint. My old store figured it out quickly. You got people running to the. That's insane. Let the scalpers have them. F it. There's no reason to even get a nation console within the first 3 months, in my opinion. These consoles get created fast enough that the demand is only raised for a short time. I don't know why people would ever buy from a scalper, not to mention a slightly improved version of the console is likely to come out in a few months, too. I don't know about that. That's kind of a little bit exaggerated. Probably within a few years, a new version of the console is going to come out, but I don't think a few months. That's kind of exaggerated. But I do kind of agree as well. I don't know why you want to buy from a scalper. It makes no sense why you buy from a scalper. It's like you. It's just like a pure desperation at that point. And that's what always confuses me. There's only a couple of games that even use the new hardware. Just wait until February or March and you'll be able to buy it at any store with no problems. I honestly don't care. Scalpers are everywhere taking everything. And companies like Sony themselves can do something to help. And if it gets the and if it gets and if this gets me to not have grown ass men camping outside the store every night crying, then I'm really happy. Why should Walmart care if they are bought by scalpers or regular customers? We get our money either way. Will it be better as if customers would act like a bunch of 3-year-olds who've been told that they can't have dessert until after they eat dinner? If people would act like without just if people would just act like adults and refuse to pay the scalper's price, there would be no more scalpers. But no, they will pay the scalper price and encourage more of the same practices. That is kind of true. If people didn't pay these scalpers, the scalpers will go away because they're making no money. But people, they gotta have this thing right away, and it's like they can't just wait. They'd rather spend 3 to 4 times the value for a PS5, which makes no sense to me. Apparently, PS5 and Xbox Series X's will no longer be sold in store until the ending of the pandemic, online only until further notice starting today. Even if there was no pandemic, for safety reasons, people are crazy. You don't want to get mugged in a parking lot or whatever and have it stolen from you. A lot safer to have it shipped to you. But then again, the delivery drivers are stealing stuff too, so you can't have it shipped to you either. It's like either way. This whole thing has just been insane. These people don't want to deliver it because they don't understand the concept of patience. They need their toy right now. I was told April at the earliest, mid to late summer. More than likely, the factories are at half speed and they can't meet demand. Maybe now they won't trample each other at 7 a.m. How long is this thread? It's not that much longer. And the best Christmas present I've ever gotten. I don't know if he's talking about that sign or he's talking about getting a PS5. I can't really sure which one he's talking about. We have the same sign, and yeah, I've seen a Series S on the shelf before. Got these printed on bright yellow paper posted on entrance doors. Our store even warns anyone that calls in that we don't have any, yet 90% of my phone calls are still, hey, do you guys have PS5s? No, nobody on the effing planet does. Let me do my effing job. I said, check in the back. Effing don't bend me. Can someone tell me, is there any in the back? The legendary back of the store. Apparently, people think everything is in the back of the store. That is pretty funny. So that is the end of the thread. Walmart employees are fed up with people asking about this PS5, so they have now officially made signs so people no longer ask them when they're doing online only. So that's the end of this video. Definitely want to see your comments down below. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching and peace.